Okay, I'm about to just start. I was recording earlier and on TikTok to like post here, but the video ended up deleting like almost at the 10-minute mark. So I'm just gonna come here and just talk and say and channel what I feel needs to be said. It got a little emotional. I did shed a few tears or whatever. I will speak on what I can, I guess, recall or remember for the most part. When it comes to her situation, her story, I do believe that her death was something that was not natural. I don't feel that she died of an overdose. I feel that they did drug her to get her where she needed to go, but where they needed her to go, but they didn't. It's like she spoke about someone. She called him like a baby's father. I don't know if she actually has children or not. She could not have children, but she could have just like playfully referred to somebody as this. Um, her most current situationship or whoever she was dealing with, someone knows something. She also spoke about a close friend that would know something as well. She said that this close friend or this close friend she feels that something is off. She feels that people are like hiding stuff because it doesn't like make sense to her. I think the perspective of them taking her off life support doesn't make sense to her. They don't understand why they would do that because they feel that she had a fighting chance. They don't feel that they don't feel that she should have passed, if that makes sense. I feel that, again, when it comes to the guy, there's a man who helped set something up. A man got paid, but she mentioned chump change, meaning that he didn't get paid much. Or whatever he got paid, he's like, what the fuck are you about to blow or spend this shit on? You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't, that's the concept of perceptive, I don't understand. Perception, I don't understand. But it's like, she was angry, or she is angry. She's like, upset as well at the fact of the betrayal. Again, like I mentioned before the thing deleted, that her situation reminds me a lot of Vaughn. Her spirit reminds me a lot of Vaughn. Her spirit is about to shake some shit up. Um, I also feel that it's like justice being served in a way. I spoke about Gucci, how we understand and we know that he's a clone, but it's like okay, that's when it started getting emotional. I was basically explaining how we understand and we know that he's a clone, right? So why are people still signing to his record label? And I'm not saying that we know this is not a known fact, but for the ones who are somewhat like awakened and understanding of what's going on with the industry, people should really stop signing to his label. I feel like it's been enough that's been done. It's been enough people that's been murdered for people to just get it now. Like people should just. I don't feel like this is something that is. It's just getting obvious at this point. I feel like it's getting obvious, and I feel like people should know and people should understand that this shit is not natural. This stuff is not happening in a natural way. These people are not dying from freaking overdoses and car crashes and being shot in their fucking hood. They're not dead. They're not dying in these manners and in these ways. And people, they're like tricking people and they're taking people off the streets and basically selling you a dream, telling you that like your life is about to flip around and change for the better. And meanwhile, their only goal is to harvest and take. It's weird. It's getting old. I definitely feel like this is her emotions. Um, she's a little shocked at what happened to her. She is in denial. She doesn't understand it. Like the betrayal is hitting her in her heart space as well. Because like again, what the fuck? Like money wise, what are you about to spend it on? What are you about to do with that money? You think you're gonna get your people out? No. You're about to get karma. And you don't even know how to properly spend it. So what'd be the point of that for the low vibrational ones, for the ones who just, for the ones who is around her who understand, who know, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like she wants to come through me a little bit. I'm trying to fight in between, like, allowing her and also just channeling, if that makes sense. But it's like she definitely wants to know, like, what did the people, sorry, I'm on makeup and shit. She wants to know, like, what are you getting out of it? For those who understand and for those who know, and I know that my voice is powerful, my message is powerful. This message is gonna reach who it's supposed to reach. But it's the energy of, when it comes to Gucci Mane, when it comes to his labeling, when it comes to his artist, this has been something that this her death is not, this is not going to be one of those sweeping under the rug deaths. It's not. I feel like a lot of things are about to be revealed through her death. She's showing me when they took her to the hospital. I'm going to, this is because this is why I got on here, was to channel exactly what happened to her. Where did they take her? What did they do with her? And as far as the physical, as far as me coding and me putting forth the articles and stuff, I'll do that later. But as of now, I'm just going to allow her to come through and show me what happened to her. I feel like she was like, they had some type of kickback is what I'm hearing, or like a party, like a small party, or like a get together. People were around. There was one person in particular who understood exactly what was finna happen or go down. It has to be that way, but it's always at least one or two people. But in this situation, I'm only picking up one person who knew what was going on. A masculine energy. Um, whatever was taken that supposedly caused or shifted the overdose in her, it wasn't, she didn't consume this herself. Like, she didn't pop this pill herself. She didn't, like, she was drugged. This wasn't something that she just did on her own. I feel like once they took her to the hospital, they didn't allow families to see her, which is typical, which is usual, right? There's a woman, she knew, or she could spiritually feel that something was off within the setting. She she just, like, I don't know, within her spirit, she probably just understood and knew what was about to happen before she actually understood. I feel like when it comes to, like, the medical room, when it comes to the people, the doctors, the nurses, it's like a freaking, like, I'm hearing, because it's Hollywood, everything in Hollywood is like a stage. Everything in Hollywood is staged. Everything in Hollywood is staged. So it's like these doctors and nurses, they were all paid. These are people that are paid to do this, to these are not, oh gosh. I can hear her say they did something with her body. Um, what the message to get it clear? I'm telling you, her situation is so similar to Vaughn. They the way that they cut open her body, they have to do this in a certain way, even, like, literally down to the cuts, down to the numerical, like, like the length of the cut, the numbers matters, the the design and how they cut, it matters. It's like they're, um the process of just opening her up is a literal ritual itself. um Same thing with the organs. They, what do they do with the, what do they do? They eat, oh wow. I don't know. I might end up getting off this because it's a little too much. If that makes sense. Oh, I feel like crazy. It's a little too much, but I'm gonna just try to go with the flow because yeah, that she wants her story told. It's like they eat the organs or some shit. They eat the organs. Something significant with her eye, her left eye. Something was going on with her left eye. She's showing me the same type of scenario of how they did Pop. Um, when they took him like underground, because like I spoke about the hospitals and how they don't actually do the rituals like they don't actually do the rituals in the hospital. Like they take these people bodies like underground, if that makes sense. They flew her body out somewhere. What we would see or what people see at the funeral homes are not their actual bodies. They clone these people. Like her family won't get to see. So they think they're burying, they're not burying. She's bringing back Mona Leo. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I think that's how you say her name. She maybe like I don't know why she keeps bringing her up. That's like her second. That's like her second or third time bringing her up. Something dealing with like her style, like her way of being, or like maybe surrounded around similar people, or it's like there we go. They were trying to get her to she spoke about them trying to get her to sell her body. They wanted her to like do sexual favors for a lot of like the features or to like a lot of like different like contract deals or like for her next stage up, they wanted her to like promiscuously like sell her body or give herself away. She wasn't going for this. She rebelled against this, and I feel like that's what triggered them to basically do what they did to her. And like I said, similar situation to Vaughn. Vaughn wasn't going when it came to the industry stuff. Sometimes some of these people are just too what they consider hood. You can't take the hood out of them. You can't like certain things. It would scare people, but not in a way of making them submit, but in a way of repelling and backing away, right? And when these people do this, because they know what they know already, because they've been shown a certain amount already, because they knew that she was gonna, I heard run her mouth, rat, tell something, she had already told something, she had already done it. She already done it. And that's like the consequence behind her doing it. And it's like a message being sent out to others as well. People in the industry are so shaken. Some people are like shaken. Like could be physically shaken, but very taken back by what happened to her because they are not dumb. They understand exactly what happened, and it's like it wasn't expected. The fact that she's 26, Vaughn died when he was 26 as well. Something very significant about the number 26. June 11th. If I'm not mistaken, she passed away today. It's June 11th. Something very significant about June 11th. This is where the coding comes in. That where it's like I'm gonna need to code. But with her next phase and stage of her success and her fame, because she didn't want to submit to it, they made her the sacrifice. I heard her say they killed me, so she didn't die of an overdose. Respect it. Her energy is leaving me. She's like, I can feel her like shutting down a little bit. I do feel called to. I was in the middle of coding a little. Something that's sticking out to me the most. Yeah, they're very active too right now. I've actually felt the energy, like very strong and supernatural abilities. I heard 811. Mm. But like these people, like I could feel the heaviness of like the darkness surrounding it, because I felt this around me a few times to where I had to like pray and stuff, but I feel like it's surrounding the people that she loved the most. Someone, there's a girl, she keeps showing me this girl, and it's this woman, she knows, she understands that something's off, something's weird, and she can energetically feel the darkness as well. She can energetically feel the spirits, like like they're wanting to shut us up. It's a lot of readers about to start speaking out about what happened with her, and they're trying to shut us up energetically. They're blocking was like they're blocking the ability to be able to see, or trying to block the ability to be able to see, but they don't have the power to do this, because all of it, that's what the eye is, y'all. This is what the shit looks like on my phone. That's what the eye is about. The all-seeing eye, seeing all. I see all. God sees all. God is here. Mm, right. It says the gift of sight knowing, the most kept secret, literally. It's like these people are trying to keep this hidden. Um, they know, they didn't understand, but they now understand. They now know something about the threes are significant. They now understand though, and I don't know who that message is necessarily for. The person, the guy, so that meant there, whoever the guy is that she's referring to, he has death on him. Like I'm hearing instant karma, instant karma. Like her death, they're about to receive instant karma. They didn't understand, but they now understand is what I keep hearing. And it says he knows what I mean. The wrath of the Holy Spirit, they are about to feel it. They locked me up and called me crazy. And speaking about, what sticks out the most to me here is war pig. I'm actually about to look it up to see what that is. But what does that mean? Mm-hmm. So it was basically something that was used in ancient times as like a military animal. They literally used the pigs as like a military animal, I guess. But it's set against the elephants, the war elephants, right? Someone who overestimates their own skill. They're very skilled at their own game. So somebody who maybe is very skilled at their own game, but right. So the way that I'm taking this is like these people think that they are smarter. These people think that they can overpower God. Like they can that they have the ability to just take lives when they feel like it. It was also she was saying about I think I mentioned this already, but to stop signing with these like especially like underneath Gucci's labeling, I I really don't even know like what the fuck I'm saying for real, but like obviously somebody this is meant for somebody, but it's like stop signing to these labels like that, bro. The labeling is the contract itself is a fucking death ritual. The contract itself is like a fucking death contract. So it's like as soon as you sign it, it doesn't matter how smart you think you are. It doesn't matter how much protection you think you have. You literally just signed a contract with the entity. You get what I'm saying? Like you're not signing a contract. The label is the fucking entity. Like who's behind the label is the entity. And it's like no one knows who's behind the label for real. No one knows who's really behind the label. Nobody can see the face behind it all. And they're signing themselves over freely and willingly. It's like an energetic contract that you or it's like an energetic death agreement that you're making when you do these things, when you sign these contracts. They took her off. She's speaking about how they dropped her, I guess, from it. They did this on purpose. They wanted to make it seem like she was like going downhill or something, or they wanted her. This was not thought through. They wanted her. What the fuck? This is not thought through at all. This is something that was like it like this damn near gives me like energetically, of course, everything aligns with each other, but this gives me low vibrational, low bottom as like a fucking takeout, if that makes sense. Like managers, managers are trying to like become like the big dog now. They're trying to become the ones doing the sacrificing. They're still under somebody. They still have to answer to someone else, but they move up in the game by doing this. People feel like it has something to do with like a life insurance policy. That shit don't got nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with a life. It has nothing to do with the life policy. None of that. They're sick. Their main goal and agenda. This the energy behind sacrificing is enough is what they want. They want to. This is more than just industry stuff. Yes, it has to do with the industry, but it's more than just industry stuff. The stuff ties back to the real world. Every time that they do this, every time they complete these rituals, they're creating mass chaos amongst the people. They're conjuring up a bunch of negative energy. It's at war pig. It's at war pig. So it's like we're at war. We're at a literal spiritual war right now. They think that they're smarter. They think they're outsmarting us, and they're not. They think they're outsmarting the people, but things are happening so that the people can wake up. Her death is gonna wake up a lot of fucking people. The same way Von's death woke up a lot of people. People, you have to start wanting an easy way out. I'm aware that it's hard. You know what I mean? And in all honesty, most of the time, anything behind it dealing with quick money, fast money, the devil's always behind it. A demonic force is always behind it. This is something that they've been doing to our people. This is anything that's like this is something that they've been doing to our people in many different ways. The industry is just a new form. It's just a new way, a new creative way of them being able to get it done, while also harvesting our energy through the music that they make them like fucking rap and sing about. She's gonna have another album that's gonna it's not an album because it's like a song that's gonna be like a release or like unreleased song or some shit like that. People are getting don't get me wrong about the money too. They are getting paid. They are getting money from this. They are getting like but the money is not the whole agenda. That's not that shit's not at all like what it's really about if that makes sense. It's not about the money. They literally want the soul. They want to entrap. They want to take our chosen ones. They want to take our. You could say that it was always in her destined path for it to happen, but it's something about them. It's funny because I was kind of just speaking about this. It's something about them being able to manipulate the energy, manipulate like they're able to manipulate your birth chart. I was literally just y'all. This shit's powerful. I was literally just speaking on how being able to read your birth chart, right? If say for instance you go and you read your entire database and you read about yourself, you know exactly what's supposed to map out, how it's supposed to map out. You have the ability to change your own future. You have the ability to change your own destined life path if that makes sense. How things are supposed to play out. Yes, there's codes that's natural that we're naturally supposed to live out, but that's where that free will comes into play because you always have the free will to shift your reality, to shift the timeline that you're on. And that's what they're doing. When those contracts are signed, you shift your reality. You shift the timeline that you were on to a different timeline. So it's like what was once your destined path is no longer your destined path. They have ownership over your destined path now. They have ownership over you. That's what breaking the contract down is. That's what the contract is. It's like you giving up your literal power. You giving up your literal life source for to them. You have signed away your freedom and your rights of being able to dictate your own life path is what that energy is. And that's why they're always able to like get away with it. That's why they're always able to complete it, is what I'm hearing. Some people have, some people go in, chills, well, some people go in with so much like divine protection. I don't know why I'm seeing Ice Cube so heavy in my freaking headspace. Like he's a prime example. Some go in with so much because they're like anointed, is what I'm hearing. They serve a certain purpose within the industry to expose the industry. I was literally looking at the rainbow serpent. So it's like exposing what's going on with Hollywood. I seen how they had children as well. They repetitively put the word children. So it's like the exposure of that as well, which is, we know that that's going on now. We know that things are, like that's what this energy is all about. It's bigger than her. It's bigger than Vaughn. It's bigger than any of the other people who have been sacrificed. It's bigger than, like it's funny how Dolph has been recently coming up. Key Glock, he had a song called 712, I believe, 711 or some shit like that. 712, I think it's called 712. Um, I was also speaking about, I don't think I've ever went into full detail about the energy with Dolph, and I basically had a dream where I was shown hell. It's wow. It said the bottom on the coding. It said the bottomless pit of hell, but that's not where I was. I was in the belly of hell. It's like I remember seeing the surroundings like around me. It was like a carnival. It was like pitch dark, and it was like kind of like misty looking. Like it was a very creeped out ass vibe. And I remember kind of having someone with me, if that makes sense. And I remember walking into like this big ass mouth, like it was just like a big ass mouth, and I remember walking inside of it. And as I'm walking inside, um, I literally heard, "You just walked into the belly of hell," and I was like, "I came here to get Dolph." I was so persistent on me getting Dolph and bringing him back, and it's like I was just snatched out of the dream. And like when I got up, I took it as like my spirit guides, me being hard headed, not listening, me wanting to, almost being a setup, like they were trying to set me up in a sense. Um, it's not that I didn't have the power, the authority, or the ranking to get him. I was not supposed to. He was stuck there. He was trapped there. He is still right now at this very moment in time stuck there. He's supposed to be. He did something that broke away his ability to be saved. He has to go through it. He has to purge through this. That's his karma within the spiritual lifetime. But it's like the same energy. Mac just came up today as well. I don't think I've ever really spoken on Mac. Mac was another one who supposedly died of a drug overdose. I know for a fact that, what's her name? What is her name? Ariana? She had something. No, this is not a collective message. Um, I'm speaking about things that are going on within the industry, and it started with Enchanting and her storyline, and now I'm just kind of going with the flow of things. But it's like when it comes to Mac, Ariana she played a part in his death. She knew, which is, she broke down on stage. She broke down on stage. She knew about it. She probably had villains and participated in it as well. Mac aura to him, they didn't like the aura that he carried. They didn't like the energy that he carried. He carried a very, very bright energy to him. He helped people. He healed people, and they don't like that. They don't like when people use their. They don't like when people use their power for good. The fame that they have, the name, the status that they have. We know this. We understand this. All of these people that have passed, it's like I can see like an army of not only them, but their spirit guides as well. They they come for revenge. They are going to get it. with when it comes to Enchanting's death. Her spirit team, her spirit guides, God is gonna work very fast on her behalf. Y'all are gonna see it. Um, I keep hearing death ritual. Someone else is about to pass away. I'm hearing harassment, harassing her mother. Someone was like harassing her mother, harassing her family maybe right before she passed. It's like not her. Her energy is coming back. I heard I need your help. I want your help. She had a little sister maybe. Someone she looked up to, or someone looked up to her, called her big sis. They're still actively doing something with her body. Mm. I'm not gonna tap into that. The way I just saw that face like project into my energy, I'm not gonna tap into that. Um, because it's still like spiritual protection even on my end. It's not Tom yet, is what I'm hearing. It's too active. It's too like they're able to, the same way I'm able to tell when someone's energetically in my spirit and in my aura space, they're able to tell the same. So it's like just as quick as I went there, they like forcefully pushed me back out of the state or the rhythm that I tried to enter. I don't know what's her connection to Vaughn so strongly. I don't know if like Vaughn is like, I don't know what's her connection to Vaughn. Maybe the 26, the age. It's crazy you mentioned Young Thug because um Mariah, like I feel like he's Mariah's handler. Like she's not, they're not dating for real. I don't even know if that's a thing, but he's her handler. Young Thug is a Leo as well. He was born in August. I guess maybe the jail perspective is what they want me to speak on. Like when they said these celebrities be going to jail, they don't be going to they. I'm gonna actually look this word up because I heard refugees. I can't even get it out. Refugee camp. Wow. It says a person has been forced to leave their country in order to escape war, persecution, and natural disasters, right? But a refugee camp is a temporary settlement, right? So it's like what they're saying is that they have these places where they send these people off to, like a reform camp to like read MK Ultra, to to rewire their brain, to rewire their way of thinking, their way of being. They do this for fun. They study these people. They okay. This is getting a little deep here. They have this thing to where they recruit a lot of like people from like the hood, right? A lot of people, a lot of our people that are gifted, very fucking gifted. A lot of our chosen ones, a lot of our light workers, a lot of our people that have like supernatural. They spoke about it, supernatural abilities and gifts. They stay in um or I can't even get out my words. More the poorer sections, you know what I mean? They go in and they sell these people dreams. They give them a dream. They sell them a dream and they get them to come with them, right? So then at this point, they three things: either depending on how powerful they is, get them to join them. If they can't get them to join them, they sacrifice them. For some of them, depending on how spiritually advanced you are, depending on what they know that you can do on a spiritual level, they will take you. And that's when it comes in as far as like you continue to see these rappers in and out of jail, in and out of jail, in and out of jail, in and out of jail. Like they're taking these people and they're like experimenting on them, the originals. These are like the originals. So they never let the originals out. They never let the originals. Once you go here, you don't come back. And everyone in the industry knows this. Everyone in the industry understands this. They know exactly what this is. When these people come back, it's not them anymore. Not even vessel wise. Like it's literally not them at all. Like in no shape, form, or fashion. It's like fucking like clones and like meat suits and shit. Like when I'm hearing a meat suit, it's like literally being able to shapeshift, literally being able to shift yourself into someone else. They walk amongst us. It's crazy because the Zeta Grays came up in a coding as well. They walk amongst us. We think that these are like, we think that we are like battling against beings. We think that we're battling against people that's like us, and we're not. These are literal like on a spiritual level. These are like they came from different planets. They're mentioning Doja Cat for some reason, which is not for some damn reason. It's for a reason, cause yeah, with the whole thing when she was like, the song is sticking out to me the most. She's like some reptilian. She like that's just not a joke. That's not for play. You know when she showed herself. I don't know if y'all remember when she was like on the red carpet or something, and she literally looked like that to me. Did not I don't care what you say. That wasn't like a costume. It wasn't like they're starting to show themselves. They're starting to literally show themselves to us, and it's like we're seeing it in plain view. But if the veil is not lifted over you, you can't see. You won't be able to see. You won't be able to tell. And this is where the fun for them comes in at. It's like experimenting on us as well. It reminds me kind of my dream that I had. I had a dream where basically it's like I kind of saw myself. It's like I was entered into like this programming where it kind of gave me Hunger Games a little bit. And I remember looking to the side of me, and I couldn't like people were like literally playing a game. And I remember saying to myself like, y'all can't tell that we're like in the like stimulated as world. And as I say that, I remember looking up, and I remember seeing like the head chambers is what I'm calling them. The fact that like is giving like spine to me. But like it's like I seen them like sitting at the top, and literally like on some freaking like I don't know. It's like they pulled me out of the dream just as quick as I discovered them. If that makes sense. But I literally took that as like the matrix crumbling. like the grid is crumbling because I was able to see, like I looked up in the sky and was able to see past the grid, if that makes sense, past whatever the fuck is going on. It's almost like it's like the sky is fake. It's like they're above us just watching us, experimenting on us. Nothing is what it seems. It's like within your dream state, within your sleep state, they're taking us to different realities. They're creating more universes, meta universes. What I'm hearing, AI. People are like trapped in AI. That's what my dream gave me as well. People not even realizing that they're in a game. Like that's how like they didn't realize that they were in a game. And I'm like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like being stuck on a certain reality, and it's like it becoming your reality. And because of the fact that it's becoming your reality, you don't know that it's your reality. Like you don't know that it's a fake reality. If that makes sense. I was being told something like this. This is like a download that we're getting together. This is a download that many of the light workers are getting. Many of the I heard astral projectors, the people who have the ability to do this. Yes, everyone can astral project, but it's a literal ability as well to time travel, to travel in time, to travel on the grids, to see the hertz that I'm playing is 930. No, it's actually not. It's 963 hertz. It says awakening Kundalini, activating pineal gland. So it's like activations. Like again, we're about to, as a whole, get a spiritual download. These are shifts, and it's about to wake people up. These deaths are about to wake people up. These deaths are meant to wake people up. It's like literally an illusion. What we think is isn't. It's literally all. It was all a dream, is what I'm hearing. It was all a dream. Something about little Kim. She's a prime example. People think that something happened with her with surgery, that she had to have surgery. That's not the truth. The real little Kim has been deceased. We're all trying to go on a run. Damn, this stuff's been going on. This is the first to have. Um, I'm gonna just say I can feel Biggie's energy on me. That's a first, though. It really is. I heard Tupac Shakur. Something about someone's last name Shakur. Someone's first name is Shakur. I don't know. I'm hearing as well. All is well. Someone's wanting to know about Enchanting stuff, as far as like someone's wondering like where is she? I'm hearing where is she? I'm hearing that repetitively. Someone's at this current moment possibly is like questioning. I did mention about them not letting them see her, or some like them switching bodies, swapping bodies. Someone's going to be able to energetically tell that it's not that, like they're. I heard my daughter. This is draining me. So I'm about to get off this. again, later I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna dive deeper into it on the actual coding perspective and like with the articles and stuff, because I know that some people are like just seers, they need to see or they would like to see, or it's like it helps you guys learn, and I understand that. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I thank all those who have stayed on for this long. I thank you for my one like, whoever you are. But yeah, love and light to you guys, okay? Seriously.